Today, we're going to talk about how to find the equation of the line. We're going to talk about linear equation first because that's easier. Okay, so let's find the equation of the line. So this is the equation. But I'm not going to give you the equation first. I'm going to give you the line first. Okay. Basic one. Sure. This right here is 1. This right here is 1 as well. Okay, we need to find the equation of the line. Well, it's linear, so you can tell it's linear because it's going straight. Y equal mx plus b. This is the slope intercept form on the last video. Okay, and we need to find the slope. And we need to find the y-intercept, so we plug it in. That's how you find the equation of the line. Well, b is basically 0, y. This is the y-intercept is where the graph touches the y-axis. Okay, and the slope is rise over run. Okay, 0, y, which is 1. So b, so b is equal to 1. So you need to write 0, 1. It's basically the y-intercept right here, the y-intercept. Okay, okay, that's right there. That's where the graph meet the y-intercept. The slope is rise over run. So you need to start from x-axis first. No, you need to start from y-axis. Yeah, sure. No, you can start from the x-axis. So you can rise up right here and over right here. Well, you rise up 1 and you go over 1. So it's 1 of 1, which is 1. So is x plus 1. 1 right here. Doesn't really matter. That's the equation of the line. If you want to make sure that's right, you can do it again like this. So the y-intercept is 1. The slope is 1 as well. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So this is what it'll look like. Okay? As you can see, it connected the dot perfectly at 1 right here. You do rise of 1, it's this and that. Okay? So you find the equation of the line. You can do the old-fashioned way. I don't know why I call that, but it's like XY table. Plug in 0, you get 1. Plug in 1, you get 2. Plug in 2, you get 3. Plug in negative 1, you get 0. Plug in negative 2, you get 1. Negative 1. My bad. Plug in this, so 0, 1, 1, 2, and no, 2, 3, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 1, 0, negative 2, 1. As you see, it matches the dot perfectly. Okay, I'm sorry, it's right here. It looked pretty ugly, but see, it's matched all the other graph. So this confirmed. Okay. So we need any more? We just so. Okay, next equation. This graph is going to be y equal S2 right here is 1. Yeah. Okay. So we know that B equal where the cut is. I mean, where the graph touches the y-axis, which is at negative 1. Sorry. So it's -1. And the slope, so let's get from the x to the y. Or you can get the y to the x. That will be more clear, right? Okay. Now, -1, you need to rise up 1. So rise 1, then over 2. So the slope is rise up 1, then you go over, oh, -2. I'm so sorry. Okay? So this is what it is. Now you get from the x to y, it's the same thing. You need to go down 1. So go down 1 and over 2. So this is rise, but we're going down, so -1, then overrun 2. See, it's just still the same thing. This we just switch the order because this don't really matter. Because 1 over -2, 0.5, -1 over 2, 0.5. So we got it, and we had it. It's negative x. I want to write -1/2. X minus 1. That is it. Okay. Next one, shall we? Okay, let me draw the graph bigger so you get side. You can see better a little bit. So I think this is better. We're gonna go up to 5. Down 5 and over 5. Okay. We're gonna find 3 equations. I'm gonna put 3 graph over here. Okay? And I don't even know why I do that. Okay, let's see here. This one is probably the easiest because you can already tell the answer. Okay. So let's call this graph 1, graph 2, and graph 3. Let's find graph 1 first. So graph 1 is y equal b, the y-intercept, which is 0. And the slope, well, there's no slope because it's 0, comma 0. So the slope is basically 0. Okay? No, it's not 0. Because you plug in 0 here, you go to 0. And this graph is definitely not 0. Let's do a little more work. Okay. To get from this point to this point, we can say you rise up 1 and go over -1. Okay? So the slope is basically -1. Okay? Now, we can do on the same thing here, but let's do it right here. Sure? Now, this means we got to rise, but we're going down, so let's rise down. Rise down is pretty crazy because how can you rise down? Let's go down. But yeah, let's just call it rise. Go down to 4. So we're going down -4, -4. Then you go over 3. Wait, hold up. My graph look weird. Yeah, it's not straight. It's supposed to be straight. Hold up. This got me 4. Let me write the graph straighter a little bit. There we go. So right here. Go here. That's 4. So it's negative 4 over 4. Or 4 over negative 4. Don't really matter. It still get negative 1. So basically it's equal to negative x plus 0. That it is, man. This is the answer for graph number 1. Let's move on to graph number 2. Graph number 2. Right here. So you can see the y-intercept is 3. Positive 3. To get from this point, so you go up, rise, then over here. You rise up 1, 2, 3, and go over 3. So you see, it's still 1. Okay, so we say that this graph is 3 over 3. So this graph is x plus, oh, yeah, x plus 3. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking right now. But let me yeah, sure. Okay. It's basically, all right, let's just see. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, graph number 3. Okay, this spot is pretty ugly. It's okay. Now, this is negative 5, the y-intercept. And to get from this point to that point, you need to go down 5, then over negative 4. So, down like this. So, negative 5 over 4. So, basically, 5/4. So, is 5/4 x minus 5. That's it. That's it. That's it is.